Just a question about farming. You both have talked about how digital technologies from mobile phones to sequencing genomes of seeds could play a very big role in farming in Africa. How big of a role do you see small farmers playing in this effort? Are you focusing on bigger farmers? Just how is this going to play out?
We are quite focused on smallholder farmers because the predominant number of Africans farming today are smallholder farmers, and they're on pieces of land that are less than 2 hectares, so it's quite a small farm. There are agro dealers that exist in these countries. We need to get that network up and running, just like we've got the vaccine network up and running and getting vaccines out, getting up and running. So they're teaching people proper planting, proper fertilize, proper irrigation, and getting them new seeds as they come out. There's fantastic technology going on for pest-resistant seeds, for drought-resistant seeds, flood-resistant seeds as the rains come at different times. And so as people are educated about them and they start to see their neighbors getting, a third more yield off their farm, they say, I want those. So getting those systems up and running. Again, one of the most promising places we see that happening is Ethiopia today. They really have gotten their infrastructure and agriculture working, and that will lift up not just farmers on their own farm so they have more to eat, but they can put it on the local market, and it lifts up the economy.
There's been talk of gene editing and really getting high tech with seeds. Of course, there's some controversy over that. How big of a role do you think technology and gene editing may be used to really tackle the food problem?
Yeah, what are called GMOs are done by changing the genes of the plant, and it's done in a way where there's a very thorough safety procedure, and it's pretty incredible because it reduces the amount of pesticide you need, raises productivity, can help with malnutrition by getting vitamin fortification, and so I think for Africa this is going to make a huge difference, particularly as they face climate change. The increased productivity and resilience of the seeds, most of which will come from the new scientific techniques. So the gene editing just allows that to be done in a more precise way than it's ever been done in the past. So it'll accelerate the rate of innovation.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's a certain naivete that without that it could be done anyway? You've seen the results on the ground of conventional.
The Africans, it's up in the air, and Kenya just approved BT maize. The Europeans have decided they don't want to use it, most of them, which is fine. They're not facing malnutrition and starvation. If they want to pay a premium for food of a kind, it's not a huge deal. The US, China, Brazil are using these things. And if you want farmers in Africa to improve nutrition and be competitive on the world market, as long as the right safety things are done, that's really beneficial. It's kind of a second round of the green revolution. Mm-hmm. And so the Africans, I think, will choose to let their people have enough to eat.
Wow. We are all welcome to tonight's live stream. And I just saw Sheehan now. I think she just stepped away. This is to welcome all of us to Setro's vlog channel. And today is going to be very, very explosive. Usually, this is that Setro, the most handsome, capable African nations, adrenaline pumping, efficient pound husband. And I usually have my most scintillating pepperoni sugarlicious hot baby girl.
Yeah, this is Jokia to Luan Setro, and you are most welcome to the Setro's Blog family tonight as we are discussing something that's really pertinent to the African continent at this time. And we're so happy to have special guests in our midst today. Guests of honors.
Yeah, today we shall be hosting 3 strong men from one foundation that has been doing a whole lot that my clientele are not so pleased with. And I shall be representing my clientele tonight, seriously tackling what these guys are doing in Africa, because they go by the name, I want to say they go by the name Seed Africa. And we have here with us Ambassador Abayomi. Wow. And I can see that Sheehan Simango is having a little bit of challenge. Kindly relog in so that we can welcome you to the discussion tonight, because it's really, really going to be a tough one. And at this point in time, I would like our guests to be introducing themselves. So, Ambassador, over to you now. No, you are muted. Unmute yourself. Good. So, yes, but we are having a little bit of echo.
Okay. Well, sorry. We are. Is it better now? Is it better? Is it better now?
It's getting better now. Yes.
It's fine.
Okay, sir. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Abayomi Rotimi Mighty. I'm the Vice President Programs Seeding Africa. And thank you very much for having me on this show.
It's a pleasure.
You can see that I'm not smiling again because you introducing yourself as Abayomi Mighty, and you are representing in tonight's live stream. You are representing the people that my clientele do not really want to have anything to do with. So my wife might be smiling with you, but I think at this point in time we need to cut it. I'm not really smiling with you because of what you guys are doing in Africa. You've seen my clientele. My clientele video was what I just played. I just played my clientele video, and my clientele explained what they are trying to do in Africa. My clientele is trying to feed Africa, trying to provide solutions to feed Africa. And you guys, you Africans, you are not getting it. My clientele wants to help Africa. So, Abayomi, based on your overview, what would you say that you guys have been doing with respect, because you guys are the ones distributing natural seeds up and down in numerous countries within the continent of Africa. So why are you into this?
For having us on your program once again. Okay. It is very sad that someone somewhere feel that he can feed Africa, and that's very laughable. Because to start with, Africa does not have a problem of feeding. We only have a problem of bad governance. We have a problem of bad governance. We have the biggest vegetation you can think of. We have the best fertile soils in the world. There is no reason why we need any GMO whatsoever. Nobody can feed us. We can feed ourselves. And that's what Seeding Africa has been proving. We have distributed seeds across 40 countries, and we are still doing more just to prove that Africa is not hungry. We can feed ourselves, we can feed the world, we can run our economy on our own seeds. And that's the first thing first that we need to make Africans know, because they've done so much, all kinds of whatever media, rigmarole, just to make it look like they're trying to feed Africa. That's sad. It is very sad. It is very ironical. And of course, there is no iota of truth in it that somebody is trying to feed Africa. They should just be truthful enough to tell us the real intention that they have. Because it's just like saying you want to go and give water to the ocean. Africa is blessed. Our lands are blessed. We have the seeds. If only we can get all the seeds across. And that's what Seeding Africa is doing. We are saving all the seeds, purely organic. People can, plant it and get it. It is more nutritious. It is better. It even comes out better when it germinates. So it is sad that somebody somewhere that needs they are used to their tomatoes, how they even generate their tomatoes, I don't know, whether it is in the laboratory. They are used to eating their whatever food. That's why they have highest number of obesity over there. So it's sad that they are saying they want to come and give us food. And for me, it is very laughable.
I really take objection to what you just said now, because you know why? Over there, they are well fed till they are fed up, and my clientele wants to help you Africans to be well fed so that you can look more robust than you guys are looking.
Exactly, so that we can look more robust and be fat and obese and die young, So
No, there is pharmaceutical aspect.
There you go again. I need to tell you this, and you need to understand that's another thing that Seed in Africa is trying to promote. If you go back to the etymology of medicine, itself, it had nothing to do with pharmaceuticals. It was, if you were sick, they will administer some soups to you. So in a way, some soups, mixed with some leaves, with a mixture of some protein, and it will be rightly administered to you in portion, and the sickness will leave the body. This was Africa, and that is Africa that we are bringing back to the front burner. But the concept of pharmaceutical drugs, because what people are not aware is that for every drug pill you take, you are actually putting so much load on your liver, you are putting so much load on your kidney. So it's just a matter of time the whole thing will be exposed. Have you ever asked yourselves why our forefathers used to live 140, 150 years? My great-grandmother died at 144 in 1984. But we don't have such now. And that's exactly what we are talking about.
You know what, before my wife steps in, I can see that what's it called? Madam Shen Simango has been trying to log in. If you are experiencing difficulty in joining us in the studio, all you need to do is to restart your phone and try to restart your device, and it will log you in. So with that being said, I can see someone that is annoying me at the background by name Chioma Natasha. She's saying that what you are saying is 100% well said. What is the meaning of this? You guys do not understand what my clientele is trying to do for you guys in Africa. My clientele is trying to make sure that there is no food shortage in Africa. We are using what is obtainable over there. They might not have the kind of land vegetation that we have, but with their small level,
they don't have it.
So they've been able to utilize it to feed their people. So they want you people to assume that you do not have land. Now take up that policy of theirs, the way they are growing their stuff, adopt it here. Because most of the time, my clientele, they always think for you guys, and you guys should be grateful.
And your clientele, they have a point right now. They said due to the climate change in Africa, they want us to have different methods of, they said technologies are in top gears, new technologies that will be giving us seeds that have improved fertilization, improved irrigation system, improved everything, so that we can experience the Western youth from our crops here. So I think Mr. Bayomi, his clientele, are they very, very correct on that?
You see, well, interestingly, there is a quotation that says that when you listen to a lie over and over again, it seems to want to become the truth. And I think that your darling husband must have been well fed with a lot of lies by his clientele. So please tell your clientele that their lies have been exposed, because over the years, they are used to forcing whatever they feel is right down through our throats. And that is one thing we need to actually fight against this time around, not in a violent way, but in an intellectually violent way. For us, we need to understand they brought their religion, gave us their religion, and said that was the best. They came and made us to hate our forefathers. They demonized our forefathers. They said our forefathers are demons. Our own Amadioha, our own Ogu. Shango was the king of Oyo Empire, did so well, but today Holy Ghost Thunder has to fire him because they brought their religion and forced it down our throat. They brought their so-called education and made our own education illiteracy, which is actually very sound, which is very sad. And over the years, they kept on bringing different things and all that. And now they are forcing us to a man marrying man, which is un-African. Now, this is what we put it this way. They have a way of putting themselves in a position where they dictate what is right and what is wrong. But I have this to ask. What is right and what is wrong? Who is that person that do the parameter of what is right and what is wrong? Who developed the standard of what is right and what is wrong? And now they are saying that they want to feed
Ambassador.
Africa. Benue State alone, Benue State, there is a state in Nigeria called Benue State. Benue State alone will feed half of the world. Half of the world. If you go to Uganda, Uganda can feed the whole world. Not to talk of the whole of Africa. This continent is blessed in such a way that you cannot even think about it. We don't need GMOs. They need GMOs because they need that to survive. They don't have lands. They don't even have water. So they need GMOs to survive, not Africa. So they should leave our land alone. We thank them for all their help that they are trying to help us with a lot of hidden innuendos. But we are saying no to GMOs. We can plant our seeds and it will germinate.
Wait. Let me respond. Both of you are on the same side. You cannot just be forcing words on behalf of Ambassador.
Your clientele have been forcing words on us, so I think we can force words on you to go and tell your clientele also.
Okay, Shimango is here now. Thank God we can see you now. Now, let me quickly state this. Ambassador, immediately you started talking, I know you will be one of these people that will have pepper body against my client. But let me tell you, the fact that my client is suggesting a better way of doing things to you guys might just be that you people don't think in Africa. After all, it's my clientele that discovered Mongo Park. You guys were always fluffing around, relaxing with your, with whatever you are relaxing with. My clients have to leave their place to come and discover a whole lot for you people. And
yeah, well, I think I need to answer something on what you're trying to say. You see, I must let you know, if you look at history very well, what brought about colonization was because slavery was ending. In fact, let me take you a bit back. What brought about slavery was because there was starvation in the so-called Western world. There was starvation, there was hunger, there was so much poverty, and they were losing options of survival. And that was when the concept of slavery, slave trade came up. Well, how they managed to deceive our forefathers, I still do not know, remains a mystery today. However, when that was now becoming infamous and people were leaving the slave trade, they needed to come up with another strategy that will give them access to Africa. Now, if you look at Africa as a continent, we are naturally homely people. We are people that are hospitable. We welcome people. So when they started coming, in a violent way, just like they took out the people in the Americas, the Red Indians. They tried it with Africa, they failed. They tried it the second time, they failed. Until when they now understood how to penetrate. So they now sent the missionaries who came to begin to preach all kind of whatever, and somehow got a lot of our powerful warriors to believe in whatever, abandoned our ancestors. Our ancestors got angry at us, our defense were lowered, and they were able to penetrate. The rest is history. Here we are. So you need to understand that the West only need us to continuously bleed for them to feed. They need Africa to continuously bleed for them to feed. If Africa stands up so strongly, the West are going to have serious issues in surviving. And now they are trying to make us believe that we don't have enough food. For me, it is laughable. There was a document submitted to the British Parliament in 1832 that said that I have never seen a continent as wealthy as Africa. And as a matter of fact, there was no single person that was in poverty or in need of food. How can that be said about 155 years ago, only for them to come back 155 years later and say they want to give us GMO? No. No to GMO, they should stay away. And some of us are very much awake to our ancestors.
See, let me quickly state this because Shian is here with us, and I want to believe that she will come to my side and reason along with what my clientele are saying about the continent of Africa. You just mentioned Benue now, that Benue can feed the world can feed the whole of whatever continent you are mentioning. But that same Benue is having crisis now. The farmers are not on the land because they are being kidnapped, they are being brutalized over there. And because numerous challenges are happening in Africa, my clientele is trying to help you guys to say, oh, even if you have a small piece of land, we can give you seed that are seedless. So that even the name Seed Africa that cannot be changed to Seedless Africa. We can make it seedless, that you do not need seed to plant.
And when you eat it, it becomes senseless.
Yes. This is what your clientele are really saying. The argument for them to come here, they say that our seeds are not really bringing in the proper yield, and there is malnutrition in Africa. So Europe would prefer to pay premium for their foods, but Africa can't, because Africa is malnourished. So I don't know where they got that from.
It's because I'm in Africa. That's how I'm now nourished.
I am also malnourished. You can look at me. I look very malnourished. You can see that I'm really suffering. Please help me.
Shien Simango, you are welcome on board. It's nice to see you, beautiful African queen like this. But let me tell you, by the time we feed you with GMO seed, you'll be fed up. So what do you have to say about this?
Thank you for having me. Sorry for coming late because of my network, but otherwise, the good part, I'm here. Can you come again with your question, please?
My question is that Africa needs the support of my clientele to know the best thing to do so that you guys can feed yourself. My clientele always have solutions. And I'm sure that if everyone in Africa is accepting GMO, there'll be surplus of food everywhere, even if the food are useless, but nobody will be hungry.
Did you just say useless?
No, according to you people are saying the food are useless. Wow. That's what I'm saying. That
in fact, you see, it's good we catch you people like this. You see,
let's Shien Simango answer to that, please.
First of all, you are a seed. And if you are a seed, do you want to be tampered with? Do you want to be changed?
My wife is already tampering with me.
Do you want us to add something on you so that you can be somebody else or be something else? A seed identifies you. A seed is medicine. A seed is culture. Seed is tradition. Seed is you, is the existence of you. Seed trace back to our culture, to our ancestors. Our ancestors never used anything. Our ancestors never added anything to food, to seed. Everything starts with a seed. So if whatever you are doing, you have to refer back to the law of nature. Does our law of nature say what you are saying? If you go back and understand what our ancestors used to do, that they didn't add anything, that everything was in abundance, then you have to revise yourself and think again. Because we are monitored by the law of nature. The moment you are going to do anything which is out of nature, then you are lost and you are dead. As we are speaking right now, Mother Nature has got fever. We are experiencing a lot of heat. Do you think where are we going with this heat? It is because you manipulated and tampered with nature. You tampered with the seed. Now see where we are going. We are on a race. The race is you have to give the stick to your child, to your grandchildren, to the generation to come. So are you going to give the children, the grandchildren, the stick of GMO? the stick of tempered seeds, the stick of something which even the animals are not doing. The other thing you have to see, the nature has given us everything where we are going to learn from. Whatever you are saying, does the animals does that? Have you ever seen the animal being tampered with? Have you ever seen the animals in hospital? Have you ever seen the animal in I don't, whatever you might say your clientele is saying. So if you are seeing animal doing that, then it means you are lost.
Madam Shens Mango, let me quickly tell you this. I am here to support my clientele.
Because you've been heavily
because
paid.
I have been heavily paid to make sure that Africans get the right thing. And what you are saying, you asked a question, let me give you the answer. That have I seen the animals being altered? We are even going there. The chickens.
Yes.
My clientele are going to make sure that the chickens are well taken care of. Very, very soon, the possibility of even having a cow meat from a chicken is going to be another thing that you guys will enjoy. The flavor will be so much because we know how to introduce a lot of flavors. Now, the chicken that are going to be shipped to Africa needs to be genetically, worked on so that they can help Africa during this period. We are talking of chickens that can withstand heat. So they need us to introduce some nice
heat resistance,
flavor
yes.
elements into them. That will help. And you should not be following Europe. You heard my clientele saying that don't follow Europe. Europe is not experiencing starvation. So that is why Europe is saying no to GMO seeds. Africans, we are telling you, don't say no to GMO seeds. If you guys are sick as a result of one or two mistakes, that is why we've also created the pharmaceutical businesses for you guys. After all, what are you guys creating? If there is a problem, we always have you to solve them, irrespective of who is the one creating the problem for you. So we are here to support you guys.
Oh,
yeah,
my brother, I'm very sorry because you've been trained to do whatever you are doing because of money, but money kills you. But money kills your generation because you are here for continuity for generations to come. So if you are saying whatever you are saying because of money, what is money? And the other thing, I'm sorry again, because the African spirituality and ancestors is awakened. See what is happening. That's why you are now running around trying to make meat from the computers or chickens from the computers and whatever you are doing. Since time immemorial, you have been doing this with the GMO. What have you achieved? Right now, everyone is now aware of what is happening. The matrix of the world, everyone now knows. Now you are trying to stitch the steps to catch up. You are no longer going to catch up because it's now the spirit which is having that force. The GMOs is part of white supremacy, it is colonization, it is slavery, and the money you are saying is being promoted to do the GMOs. It's your money from the African resources. So if you are still destroying your African resources, what are you saying? Of course, yes, some of us have been trained, have been given money to peddle the agenda, but that time is out. This is no longer your time because you're afraid. Everything you are saying that industrialization, civilization, it's us. We We've been doing all that time immemorial. It's us Africans who's been doing that. Even now, if you can see the world, us, we are the original people. And they were trying all means from these years to see, because we don't get sick, because our food is our medicine, our food is our vaccine, our food is our melanin and everything. You don't have your counterpart doesn't have melanin. So the days are numbered right now. If the if the sun is going to scorch like this, he's going to die. So if you are following what he is saying, I'm sorry, but anyway, as Seeding Africa, you see where we are now. We are not trying to go very big, but we are going to the grassroots where nature still speaks to us, where there is no pollination, where there is no contamination of everything. Why? Because your seeds killed our soils. Every seed you are going to plant is killing our soil. Every seed you are going to plant is also destroying the marine. Right now, when rains come, it's going to wash away all the chemicals into the rivers, killing all the marines, killing even you, leaving also insects which animals are eating right now, they die. That seed you are planting, if you are going to plant anything else, it's not going to come. So we are no longer at that move, because we are now aware of what is going on. So bye and stop it.
Madam Shen, you are talking with the kind of confidence that my clientele do not really like, and your words are so harsh when it comes to what we are doing in Africa. We have not even started. You said you are going to the grassroots. My clientele, they're also going to the grassroots.
So
My clientele
have a network now.
they are observing what you guys are doing, and I can tell you they are also taking steps to do more and better. Because by the time we get all those your grassroots, we will turn them to tree shrubs. Why? Because we want to give them seeds that we grow, that you can plant cassava within 2-3 more weeks or what have you. We'll even get to a point that we can even plant and harvest the following morning if you guys are annoying us too much. Irrespective of whether the chemicals are flushing into the oceans and is killing the marine, no problem. We'll also provide you with solutions for that. That you must buy from us, because we have solutions to all these things. We will provide you with solutions. If anything we introduce to you is creating problem, don't worry, we have the solution. And remember, my clientele is a very, very good, knowledgeable person. I can't even compare him to all of you. He knows how to provide solutions to the problem that might be indirectly or directly caused by his products. So please just relax your mind. Hit what we are giving you. Enjoy it. We have more. And when it comes to seed, my clientele wants to ensure that you Africans, you patronize us. Don't worry taking time to maintain your organic seed. Just buy our seed.
So what would be the replenishment pattern for the seeds?
You will always buy from us. That's the game plan. And that will ensure that there is economics in the world. Ambassador.
I think what we happen to our generations on board.
I think I need to comment at this point, because you need to understand that your clientele, it starts with profit and ends with profit. So whatever they want to do starts with profit and ends with profit. It has nothing to do with humanity, but it has a lot to do with profit. In Africa, we do not in any way live our lives that way. In Africa, we practice the principle called Ubuntu. Whatever I am doing is bringing blessings to the next person. Whatever the next person is doing is also bringing blessings to me. And that's like the principle of deep communality, where we are all for each other. Now, my sister here has said something so powerful that you need to take back to your clientele, because I think your clientele is closer to the devil. Maybe that is why he's dead. You know, so you need to actually take what my sister said back to your deaf clientele, that in Africa, we have everything in the seed. The seed is everything to us. We are seeds. We grow up in a very proper way without being tampered with. And that's why we are extremely very respectful to our parents. They might have damaged Africa, but they have not managed to destroy our culture and tradition. Some of us are still holding on to that. Have you ever asked yourself why they live lives that we cannot even understand? It is abnormal for a man to marry 2, 3, 4 wives in Africa, but a man can marry man. A woman can marry a woman. A woman can marry a snake. A woman can marry a dog. You know, that one is normal. And they are still cousins of your clientele.
Let me come in, ambassador, let me come in. Don't let me be angry with you tonight. Because what you are saying, you need to understand where we are going to. It is wrong for Africans to marry more than one wife, because it's not normal. But if you want to, you know, you guys will now be exploding. The reason why you guys have hunger problem here is because you are giving birth too much, and there will be problem with nature. So we are coming to save nature from your hands, because you guys are constituting nuisance to the nature. Now we are coming to help you Africans to reason very well. And to help you reason very well, we are telling you that another way to reduce the population of the earth is to bring mango and mango that are male and male, female and female together, so that you can still enjoy romance, love here without
I love the African language.
population.
I want to come in there.
Before you come
did you
in,
see it? Did
before
you see it?
Before you come in, you also were talking about seed, that human being are seed. Let me tell you, you should change that statement. You human being used to be seed. We want to change it so that it is not everything that you are seeing as seed. We don't want all human beings to be seed. We want humans to just be humans, because they came as a result of the Big Bang. Nobody created them. They came as a result of science, fruition, and we want to introduce to you Africans the possibility of enjoying your life, whether it is a man. As you are an ambassador, I can even see you. You'll be more beautiful as a female.
I think with your clientele, you are a bit biased. Why? Because you are saying you want to depopulate people. On the other hand, you are saying you are creating vaccines to help people not to die. So what are you saying? You are biased. On the other hand, you are saying you want a man to marry a man, a woman to marry a woman. The law of nature says what? Go back and see the animals. Did you see the animals marrying each other?
Have you followed all the animals?
Then it means we don't have that. We don't have that.
Madam, have you followed all the animals to the forest?
Let me finish. You have been doing all this, I don't know how many years. I think it's more than 50 years. Did you achieve anything? You are still continuing doing whatever you are doing, but you are failing to destroy the Africans. Why? Because you are using your ego. Is it your ego or your cruelty or whatever? But you are not going to achieve, because you are tampering with the spirituality of the Black Africans. So it is the one which is attacking you. That's why you are not even sleeping, thinking of making something to kill someone. You always think of killing people. You don't want to see people happy. You don't want to see the humanity. You don't want to see children. Everything you are thinking of blood and blood and blood. Why? Food has no ingredients. The ingredients is the food. Our ancestors never went to the shops to buy food. Our ancestors never go to the industry, but everything was around. Everything coexists. It's a web. We lie with each other. We have the fruits, we have the food, we have the everything. So whatever you are doing and just saying, you are fighting with nature. You are thinking you are fighting with the Africans, but that's
We
not
are
the Africans
helping
you are
nature.
fighting. You are fighting the African spirituality which holds the seed.
My clientele are not fighting nature. They are only helping nature to manage itself, because when you leave nature to just be exploding like that, what we have is colossus. What we have
So
is,
if you are saying nature has to manage itself, why are you creating all these medicines and vaccines and the using the machines? Let it be. Because
you know
nature has
that
got everything. Nature is
if
more than science. Nature is more than the vaccine. Nature
wow,
is more than your ego. So you stop doing that. Because you are failing every day. You are trying to develop new systems, new ideas, but you are failing. And you are
Madam,
wasting our African
Madam
resources.
Shen,
You are wasting your
Madam,
African resources.
Madam Shen Simango, I think I need to get the opinion of someone else, because you are really on my nerves this night, and my clientele will not like what you are saying. Louis Freeman, I think this is the right person that will support what my clientele are doing in Africa. Are you there with us, Louis Freeman? Can you hear us, Louis Freeman? Okay.
You are muted.
You are muted. Unmute yourself so that we can hear you. I believe that you will support the beautiful work that my clientele is doing in Africa, trying to provide solution on how to feed Africa. And
you know what? Your clientele have been saying that this their agenda, as long as the right things, the right safety are put in place,
yes,
everything is going to go on.
Yes.
How sure are we that there will be right safety measures when the seed, just like Madam Shan is saying, that when the seed is being tampered with, how are we sure that the persons, the people behind this technology, they are just going to be true to what they are saying they are giving us? They are going to say they are giving us pest resistant seeds that will grow in just some minutes and just some days or just some months. How sure are we that these seeds are safe? There are safety concerns over these seeds.
I love your question. Now let me answer that. How sure are we? Before you trust someone, look at his track record. The track record of my clientele when he was running Microsoft was that his system had a problem. He also came up with the solution. So before this problem arises, solution would have been prepared for the people that can afford it. So far you can afford it, the solution will be released to
Ambassador Abayomi, do you think these seats are, I just want to be on a level playing ground now. Do you think, what are the safety concerns over these seats? Because you could see BT maize in Kenya already. I hope you know about that. BT maize in Kenya and some other parts. You saw Melinda talking about Ethiopia and other things. How safe are we? Because I read from Wikipedia that about 38 countries, for safety reasons, resisted this, including 19 countries in Europe. They resisted the cultivation of this seed over safety reasons. So, Mr. Setro and your clientele, how sure are we? Is it we, the Africans, that just want to dump it on? How safe are we? How safe is it?
You need to answer that question.
Okay. Before Ambassador answer that question, the whole world, you can see the problem of marrying a very over-intelligent wife.
She's a proper African woman, and we are very proud of her.
That's why I think I'm going to ask my clientele to supply me a GMO wife.
You're
over to
married
you.
to the seed. You're married to the seed that has
I
not been
think they're
tampered
already
with.
there. I think they're already there, the robots. You already have the robots, so you have to go and
Because
find
I,
one.
I wouldn't know why my wife should be against my clientele's dream for Africa.
I'm just asking you simple questions, so you should
Yeah,
answer.
well, to start with, we are not safe in Africa. And that is why the GMO must stop. We must do everything we can to stop it. And that's why in Seeding Africa, we are not waiting to do the big things at the big level. We are doing the smaller things at the small level, penetrating our communities. The dream is to have every family of Africa having their own farm by their farmland that can feed the family. We are returning Africa to the original structure of survival, where you don't have to buy food, where you have access to everything you need, from pepper, from all the basic roots, from all the basic food that you need to feed the family. These are the very core principles that we are promoting in Seeding Africa. And of course, we are also promoting the need for Africans to understand the power in roots, the power in our fruits, the power in proper administration.
Wow.
I love this. I
You
love
see, your
this.
clientele
Anyway, I
spirits
can
are
continue.
possible. Mr.
I can
Share,
continue.
Madam Share, continue.
I can continue from where he left. As said in Africa, we are now working with the communities, and we are training them seed production, where they can now do their own seeds, which is enough for their family, which is enough for their community, and maybe in beyond. Us as Seeding Africa, we are following the law of nature, where we only feed the community, not to put material things, which is money, currency, which flows and goes away. We are promoting the uniqueness of unity of one, not we, of we, not oneness. If I have a seed, I can exchange with someone. If I have a seed, I can share with someone. We are now restoring back the exchange which our ancestors used to do. If I don't have, the other one can borrow from anyone. And we also have to grow our own food, which we trust, which is GMO free, and which is sustainable, and which is which has all the healing properties we are looking for, the nutrition we are looking for. Even the livelihoods are going to be changed, because as you are sharing, there's no need of material things, because that money he is giving people, we no longer need money, because we'll be having everything. We have our food, we have our industry, we have. So what do we need the money for? Because we just exchange, or we sell on our own. If I want to come to your place, I can now sell you, because you have left you with money. But otherwise, if you are going to create these communities which are very strong and which are aware and which are awakened, then we are done. Because already in our small efforts as Seeding Africa, we have done a mile, where we are doing the community seed banks, household seed banks. We are no longer going to the gene banks, where you are taking our food, our millets, and you are now changing them into hybrids. We are no longer doing that. We are also doing the ancestral seed banks, where we are going into the mountains, and then we store our seeds in the mountains, where the spirits will guide them and put the nutrition we need in the mountains, not in the gene banks. We are also going to destroy the gene banks. We are in the move to destroy the gene banks. We need to own our seeds as women. Remember, women are the custodians of seeds. That's why we carry a seed for 9 months in our womb.
Wait,
Same as what you are going, because you are not going to carry the seed.
Now,
so we are restoring the power. We are dismantling. We are destroying patriarchy, and you are now restoring the African woman with all the power and the custodianship from bottom to down, from down to top, and everything. You step aside.
Madam CM, please don't reveal all your principles and how you're going about this, because this Mr. Setro's clientele, they can be so the way I try to deal with them is that I just try to just say a few things on, do you understand? So when you have your principles that you're adopting that will work for you, make sure that these things are really working and they're really being spread across broad very well before they don't like to hear anything that wants to work. I hope you know they don't want anything to work. So please keep your principles very well, although you just know how to improvise on saying them. Because Mr. Setro's clientele, you can see somebody is here. Fab said Mr. Setro's clientele, they even want they suggest we should be eating insects and bugs.
See, let me quickly address, because I've been seeing some of you guys comment, and I must tell you, my clientele do not want Africans to be talking like this to us. What Fab saying? Fab says Cetro's clientele also suggests eating bugs and insects. Bugs and insects are good. They are nutritional stores for you, especially when we need to work on you as a GMO species in the nearest future. They can see the future and see how hungry we will be. Yes, we see the future. We are like Nostradamus. And point of correction to you, Madam Seer, when you said you women are the one that have been carrying the seed for 9 months, do you know how many seed, billions of seed women have been carrying? We just gave you people one out of billions of seeds that we have been carrying. We just allow one to be fertilized in your body for 9 months and you are complaining. That is why you reason along with my clientele. My clientele knows the best for Africa. We know that what you guys need now is to continue to buy from us so that we can be protecting you. At least you need
exactly what we need to do is to continually buy from your clientele, just as our forefathers bought the religion, they bought the education, they brought that made an African child to stretch forth his hand to greet his father, instead of greeting him by obeisance. So we are done with that, and you need to know, see, nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. Seeding Africa has started the revolution, and it cannot be stopped anymore. By the end of 2024, we would have reached all the African countries. And like I said, we are promoting family farming. We are promoting individual farming. Our youth are going to start farming. Our children will start farming. I have introduced my children to farming already. Because of the influence of seed in Africa, we started telling people, do not live in a house that has casted floor. Live in a house that has the earth, where you can actually plant things around your building. Even the vegetation, the breeze that comes from such things even makes you live a better life. You can breathe in better oxygen. So you need to let your clientele know that this is a revolution that cannot be stopped. We've started, and nothing can stop what seed in Africa has done. And what we are doing is also a seed, and it is going to become a tree, and the tree will become trees in forest, and it will overshadow your GMO.
Well said. What do you have to say to that?
Look at who is coming. Jim Barak is also saying great words. Are you supporting? Jim, you better be careful with all this. Are you trying to also support these people that are distributing organic seeds up and down in the continent of Africa? Because that's what I see you guys do. Okay, let me go to this young lady, Chioma Natacha is a medical somebody that is running in a medical line. I want to believe that she will be supporting me, because myself and my clientele, we have been doing great job in Africa. We have done a lot for you people. We discover Mongo Park. We discover different places. We discover we taught you how to eat with fork and knives. If not, it's your hand that you be. We taught you how to take tea and bread. Now we have seen a problem ahead now that you need to start growing your food with the use of specialized seeds called GMO. And your chicken should not be normally, you don't need chicken to give birth to chicken. We can just do this thing in labs, just like we do tabafemololu do ariran or yela. We bring it out. So, Chioma, what do you have to say to this?
The truth is, you don't need to alter nature too, because I've found out that whenever there is new development, whenever there is technology is trying to solve a problem, they create a problem. Most of the times, in Africa, we are richly blessed with agriculture. Yesterday, I was discussing with someone about our medicine and how we live long. That is why I was saying I was agreeing 100% with what Dr. Abayomi was saying. People were living up to 200, 150, very strong, and they could be able to do a lot. And now, we accepted development, and a lot started going backwards. I am not saying development is not good, but we shouldn't lose ourselves in it. Now, GMOs is genetic. No, I'm not even supporting it in any way because it's never good to our health. Now, see what is happening in America. There's a lot of cancer everywhere. Young people are obese. In Nigeria today, young people are having hypertension. This is due to what? Development. Development is causing a lot to Africans, and as a matter of fact, we need to do something about it. It calls for urgency. We need to reject anything that is not every offer that we should accept. We are a people.
Wait. Let me give you basketballs. Chioma, point of correction.
Okay.
I did not allow my wife to invite you to this platform to be against my clientele.
Okay.
Now, your channel, you talk about medical things and all those sorts. I was thinking that you'll be coming with the mindset of somebody that have studied well in the lab, that knows that Africans need food multiplication, so that by the time you plant yam today, tomorrow
Why
you can
are you
start.
against the
We don't need genetic modified food or organics. We need natural food. Like, we need to go back to our roots. Africa needs to go back to their roots. Like, I will support everybody. Anything we can do to go back to our roots. It will make us live longer and healthier. Now, let me take it back to COVID time. Can't you see that most of the Africans, we are not really affected like it affected them?
That one was a mistake. Let me just tell you.
It wasn't a mistake.
It wasn't a mistake. It was a slip of plan.
They predicted that Africans will die. They predicted that a lot of Africans will die. Now, let me tell you, as a matter of fact, we have bad governance. We don't have.
The answer to that,
even when you say there is poverty, people are not dying of kwashiorkor. People are not dying of malnutrition.
The reason why you guys escaped that one was because you people ran to the churches, and we are the. It is what
we did. We couldn't even go to church then.
It was my clientele.
We couldn't even go to church then because our immune system is high. Now let's talk about when we start eating all this food. But let's compare our life first. Before we accept anything, we compare our lives first with the people that is giving us these things. This is the only reason why I like Putin, because he banned GMOs. He doesn't want them because he knows the effect it has on his people. There is nothing like protecting nature. Nature gives you everything you want, and when you go about altering it, you have a problem. The more you alter the nature, the more you have a problem.
They don't know.
See, is this the Chioma you've been talking
Yes.
about? Now, this Chioma, you have even committed more error than everybody that has spoken here. You did not only speak against my clientele, you not even spoke against the one of the person that my client do not like. You said that is why you like Putin. You are supporting Putin. Putin, that you don't know who we call Putin, is a dictator. Is dictating how
At least he knows what is good for his
is
people.
dictating to Africans on how best to escape from our short. You are making me angry. Now let me tell you.
He knows what is good. If our government is good, they know that Africa, we have a lot of land that can produce us any kind of food that we want. Nigeria is so blessed in agriculture that whatever you put in our land, it grows. If you go to Anambra, there is a riverside in Anambra that produce yam. If you see the size of yam they produce, so if their yam can feed everybody, why is Africa going to get we don't need it actually, because food is not our problem in this country. Our problem in this Food is not our problem in Africa.
You said food is not your problem in
Our
Africa.
problem is poverty.
But do you realize the number of people that are hungry on the streets of Lagos?
Dr. Chioma, I need to step in right now.
We don't need medicine.
Poverty is not even a problem in Africa. I need to step in right now. Poverty is not even a problem in Africa. Whatever they have tried to make us believe is a problem was actually created. Poverty is not a problem. We don't have problem of poverty. In America, there are several persons that are homeless. In Europe, there are several persons. I've been to many of these countries and I saw poor people that I was giving money to. I cannot live in any of those countries for 2 weeks. Every time I travel out of Africa, I don't stay more than 2 weeks because they don't even have good food. So Africa do not have the problem of poverty. We need to understand that. And Africa also do not have the problem of illiteracy. That's not true. We are extremely very sound people. You see an average Igbo woman that cannot speak English, but she understands how to treat you if you have any medical condition. You see an Hausa woman that hasn't gone to school, to the 4 walls of school, but she understands how to treat whatever ailment you have. You see a woman that is, from whatever tribe in Africa, extremely smart people who understand how to plan their lives. Have you ever asked yourself how a woman that sells food on the roadside remembers every price that every single person buys from her, and she remembers everything up in her head? We are by far better than these people. We don't need them to come and tamper with us. And just like your beautiful wife that is a seed and has not been tampered with, I think they need to leave us the way we are.
I think I will have to start tampering with her hair. I will start with her hair. I will tamper with everything.
And in Africa, we don't have those words like poverty. In your mother tongue, what you call poverty. If you don't have those words in your mother tongue, it means it doesn't exist. Anything that has got a meaning in your mother tongue, that is what exists a time immemorial before. And we don't need medicine because our food is the medicine. So why do we need medicine? Our food is the vaccine. Why do we need the... Because every day when you are cooking, especially mothers, see what you are cooking. Your meat, see what am I treating here and what am I preventing here. So every day as mothers, as we are cooking, we have now to understand that and to be aware my food is for this and this. And our ancestors were very clever because every season, the food we are eating today is preventing the disease which is going to come tomorrow. And we have the fruits of that season, we have the food of that season, we also have the water for that season, we have the honey for that season. So all this you are bringing and trying to manipulate, it doesn't work. So,
Madam Simango, how many times did I call you? How many times did I call you? I think I need to adjust my glasses like my clientele.
Because you always want to be artificial. I'm angry with you because you always want to be artificial. Can I ask you one question?
Please go ahead.
Who is the husband of Mother Nature?
The husband of Mother Nature.
Yes.
He was the first person that was speaking on this live stream. My clientele.
No. How is he husband to Mother Nature?
Yes, because he always thinks for Mother Nature. He tells Mother Nature what to do and what not to do. Now, instead, he even went extra mile. He was working on mosquitoes in Africa. He was working on several things to help you Africans. Ordinary to kill mosquitoes. You guys cannot kill mosquitoes in Africa. He's helping you to develop how to do that. Now, the population in Africa was so much, not even in Africa, the population in all the whole world was so much because Mother Nature left the population to be growing. And my client said, no, Mother Nature, calm down. Let us reduce the population so that there will not be what we call catastrophe. You know what they call catastrophe?
So you are reducing the population and you come back again to help the people you want to die and you want to treat them. No.
Get it. It is called
you are the one, everything is created. The climate change is created.
The problem with
the climate change is created. That poverty you are talking about is created.
The problem with Africans is that you guys don't listen. Just listen and follow what my
I think the problem with Africa is that we started listening to the West. I think the problem with Africa is that we started listening to the West.
Not anymore. Because you have been doing this for a long time. You are continuing developing, because by now you should have all your medicine, all your vaccines, all your artificial womb and everything. But you are every day, meaning you are not catching up with the. You are bringing this, you are failing. You are bringing this, you are failing. You are bringing this, you are failing. So.
We are trying
to succeed. We are trying to succeed.
Let me tell you this.
Chioma, okay.
The only reason why I hope I will continue to hammer on these GMOs is because I see kids in America suffer for cancer. I see babies have cancer.
Chioma, save your.
If you can't problem.
Chioma.
Why are you trying to help Africans that are strong?
Chioma, save your saliva.
And you are putting poison in every food. You are putting poison in every food. You are putting poison. Why are you doing that? Even in water.
Madam Simango, let me react to Chioma. Chioma is saying that they have kids that are having cancer. Don't worry. Already, the number of cancer is growing in Africa also. So it's not a problem. Don't be putting accusing finger to our side. But what we will do is we will create medicine that will help you guys to manage it. You can manage cancer. It's not a problem. Because let me tell you, whether you do this or that, everybody will still die. So why don't you people die? Why not eat whatever that will make you not to be hungry and stay alive, than for you to just die on time?
We are not hungry.
Thank you with your clientele to bring COVID. Thank you for bringing COVID. Why? Because it has taught us that we can survive without anything. We were not going to win, but we survived. We didn't even go to the hospital, but we survived. We didn't go to church, and we survived.
HIV, we survived. They threw all kinds of cancers to us, we survived.
We survived. When we were in the house, we survived. So thank you for making us stronger and getting awakened.
You know what I will do, eh? Let me. I've muted all of you. Let me start with this ambassador. let me start with this ambassador. I'll be picking each and every one of you one after the other and lambast you so that my clientele can pay me more for a job well done. Ambassador, I don't know where this man got his ambassadorial position from, but let me tell you, you guys are saying you did not get anything. You survived. You survived. I don't want to mention the name of that thing on the platform. You survived this. You guys ran to church and you were now calling on spiritual powers to prevent COVID from you. That's why it did not work. But now, all of you, whether you pray or you do not pray, you must eat, and we are here for you.
But Dr. Chioma said the other time that we couldn't even go to church. People couldn't go to church. So it wasn't about going to church.
We were monitoring.
The churches were not.
You were doing online
services.
You were doing online services, and you were calling fire to remove whatever is in the atmosphere that we wanted to implant.
In fact, I think at this point, I need to share an experience with you. I need to share an experience with you, a life experience. I live in Ijebode, that's like the southwest in Nigeria.
Hold on, please.
When COVID,
as you share that, ambassador, as you want to share that experience, avoid the pronunciation of the word COVID. Okay, continue.
Problem. I will avoid it. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so we found out that when the stuff broke out, we found out locally that if there was humidity, if there was, cold, the thing was going to spread. So and this was during rainy season. So we at the local level felt, based on the medical whatever given to us, that if there was cold that allowed flu, the thing may actually have upper hand. And guess what we did? We did our African thing. And during rainy season, it was hot for 8 months. Not a single rain dropped in my hometown. Across, Ogun East, that's more than 32 villages. Not a single rain dropped. It was sun all through. And that was how we were able to combat the thing. That's to tell you I was part of it. I was part of the process, the prayers we made, and there was no single drop of rain. You see, Africans, we have what we use to preserve our land. A very quick one. When it comes to security issue, it's very simple. All we did, there was a time there was kidnapping everywhere. We just offered some simple prayers. They were all arrested in less than 1 month, and our community is freed. Africa, we have our way of doing things. I will give you an example, because now you are about to faint, because I have 12 wives and 29 children. So yeah. Now, one of my wives was shot at. I'm not going to mention name. She was the coordinator of Lagos State, whatever movement that won Lagos State in the last presidential election. I'm not mentioning name. So she was shot at 28 times. 28 times. At the time she went, she was just 23 years old and pregnant. No, she's 22. She turned 23 this year. I'm pregnant, carrying my child. They shot at her 28 times. Not one of the bullets penetrated, because of our African way of doing things. I'm only trying to tell you.
She must have been consuming our GMO seed. That has helped her.
I administered what made the bullets impenetrable myself. So I don't need you to tell me about no GMO or whatever GMO. I'm only trying to tell you that we Africans, we have, and I need to tell you this. It was said by Lady Shen, and when we plant, by the time we are harvesting, the crops that are grown had blessed the soil, and the soil is giving us a special kind of breeze that is going to bless the people before we now plant another seed. That's why most times we don't even plant the same seed back to that earth. We plant another seed to that earth. Everything was in order. You don't break process. The problem the world is facing today is that we have destroyed process. We have tampered with nature, and nature is fighting back. For instance, I was able to break that lie that it is not possible for two women to live in the same house. I live in the same house with 11 women, and there is no crisis. We live in peace and harmony. We have wonderful family structure, and we are expanding by the day. My children are one of the most brilliant across Nigeria. Currently, the best student in Oyo State is my son. I'm only trying to tell you that we've been lied to for so many centuries. If only we can go back to the deep secrets left by our forefathers, we are going to discover a lot of truths that is going to liberate our minds. On that note, I want to tell you, my brother, that the GMO will not stand, and seeding Africa is going to wipe out the GMO and your clientele comfortably well. We'll wipe them out economically, we'll wipe them out educationally, we're going to wipe them out spiritually. Spiritually, we will wipe them out spiritually.
Sure, let me mute you because I'm more angry with you than any other person. I've muted you, Ambassador. Now I know the reason why they are calling you Ambassador. You are one of the problems of my clientele in Africa. With people like you, you are instigating people to be working against our plan. We are talking of the economics of the world. We are using the Y, the X to create create solutions. That's a very powerful slip of teeth. To create solutions for you guys, but you guys are thinking that we are coming the other way. Now, only you won 11 wives. You have defeated our plan to reduce the population of the earth. Now, we are also saying that when people give birth to large numbers of children, there is going to be poverty in the land. But from the look of your skin, it's like I will need to talk to my clientele to rework their brain on that, because we might need to correct some things. Now, we want to depopulate. Your model is creating problem for us. Now, we also want to utilize our skill to to compel people to buy our GMO seed. You have used English to scatter us, giving us what you and your Kurukere Seed Africa are doing. Moving, I didn't mean that you only stay in your place, but you guys are moving from one part of Africa to the other. You want to turn Africa to a united village against us.
At the moment, 40 countries.
I love my clientele. They've seized his voice. I love my clientele. Madam, what's her name again? It's Madam Shien. See, if you can see the way my clientele sees his voice. Now you are back. By the time you see this replay, you will see how my clientele sees the voice.
Your clientele was angry.
So don't think that it's only you that have supernatural power. My clientele supernatural power is in the air. They just pause your live stream and you're like this. Beware. Everybody that is talking here, if you do not want to support my clientele, kindly leave this forum. Madam,
this is a few. No, you can't say that. This is a. My
clientele.
I think one of these forums.
My clientele always wants everybody to be regulated.
How?
You follow what you are saying.
Are you the owner of our lives? Why dictating to us?
So now you are taking it personal.
I'm taking it.
You are taking it personal.
And I stop hugging you.
And I don't need the hug.
Please leave the hug. Please leave the hug.
Because you've been imposing, just like Ambassador and Madam Chioma said, our challenge in Africa is that we've been listening too much to your clientele and to all their rhetorics and all they do on the social media, all they do with the media, because they have all the money. They use the media, they'll just say, back in the days, they said Africa is a jungle, and all the African children in diaspora, they say, I don't want to go to the jungle.
Is Africa not
the jungle?
Is Africa not a jungle? Look behind us, see the tree that we sleep on top. Madam Shien, okay, let me hear you, Madam Shien. I know that you will cooperate now. Madam Shen.
You've not unmuted there.
Oh, Madam Shen, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Okay, let me try to unmute you. Oh, Madam Shen is not unmuted. And we need to hear her because I know that now she will support my clientele.
She's the one to unmute
Isn't
herself.
connected. Madam Shen, can you unmute yourself? Okay, while we are waiting for Madam Shen, Chioma, that I thought is a medically enlightened person, she just came here and was just yarning opaka. And what's it called? Chioma, somebody is even laughing. Great question, Shen. Imagine.
Edwin.
who is this that is saying great question, Shen? Don't let anybody put you in trouble. Support my clientele. We are here to help Africa. Okay, Madam Chioma.
You can't impose science on us. It's not possible because we have lives and we are happy. You can't take that happiness away from us. We have to decide what we want. We have to. You can't come and tell us that this is this and this is that, and because we are just Africans, we should just accept. At this point, I think we have gotten to a point where everybody knows what is good for them. So we can choose. We can also tell you that we don't want, you don't have to take it with, it's not a fight. We're not fighting. We can just tell you that, and you say, okay, thank we don't nice doing business with you. Maybe if you change your mind, you can come back. At this point, we're not fighting. Don't want. And we are
Madam Chioma, how I just pray that our leaders indeed are not puppets, and they will be able to stand up to this and face his clientele. Do you understand? That is just whatever means, ambassador, whatever means we want to use. Let's just start going back to our roots and saying we should have real leaders that will be able to face his clientele and tell them, let's call a spade a spade. It's high time. If they can't go further, I think that is just it. But this
because if the clients love us, they would have helped the electoral process. That one, at least get help there.
You know what I will do now? I just want to play some video slide for you to see. See, when you have GMO seed are very, very good for you. Like the corn, you have it can grow within few weeks and it will be so nutritious. And we are even working on, if you listen to what my clientele was saying, we are even working on that wicked ambassador is back. These are, I do not even want to add this wicked ambassador because it's been spoiling things for us. Thank God we were not here when I started talking about what we are planning to do. These are our GMO stuff. The corn, you will enjoy it because we will even inject flavors into it. Corn that will be giving you banana flavor, normal flavor, and sushi flavor. Chioma, Madam Chioma,
yes.
Madam Chioma, I know that you're a medical student, but I want you to learn from what I'm showing you. See, you will even get to a point that even the corn will be seedless. Seedless corn that you cannot replant. That is what we want to give you Africans. Now look at this mango. Look at the mango by the left is the kind of mango that you people are used to in Africa. The mango by the right is a mango that you will have to use two of your hands to carry. The one by the left might be very nutritious. So, but this big one is also nutritious in a way. At least you will not be hungry. At least you will not be hungry. It's called survival strategy. You understand? You will not be hungry and you will not die. Now, if you really want to be alive, see, seedless mango. Can you see beautiful, see, seedless pawpaw? I can see Madam Shen falling in love with what we are doing. Seedless orange, seedless banana. Even banana is seedless. See, we are not troubling nature again. We now know how to do this thing. In short, we are Father Nature. Now, look at watermelon, seedless. See, all of a sudden you want to sip the water from watermelon, and some of those seeds are entering into your mouth. No. This one is seedless. It might not be as sweet as your own this, but we will work on it. Just tell us the flavor you want. We'll inject flavor into it. See, this one are seedless. See, if now
see the chickens.
see this chicken, as they are looking at them, they are looking at you. They are even seedless. By the time we pump this one into the economy of Africa, you know the importance of it. Doctors will see work to do, because if you do not have, you have people that have gone to school to study cancer and they don't have people to treat in Africa. It's not good. They need to have cancer patients so that they can be well paid. Your children are graduating from universities. They need to be employed by the time they are through. So many of them are reading pharmacy. Where do you think they will get work if nobody falls sick? Let us be considering one another. See, they need to consume some of these things, even if they now have, see my people at work, my clientele, they are busy developing all these things. So see yam. This one is yam. See, yes, now this one is yam. The yam is even taller than the human being. These are yam that once you hit one slice, you are bellyful for the day. You understand?
Your clientele
now,
will not
the stuff might be that what I will now ask my clientele when we get back to our meeting is that all these kind of agricultural food that are very big like this, I hope that's not how somebody's kidney will start getting big.
Please help us to ask.
I will
ask on time. Ask on time.
I will ask
that's what we are saying. So because of safety concerns,
we will give you the feedback.
Yes.
We will give you what Yoruba call error. I know Ambassador will understand what I mean by error. So now, because as this we have been looking at it, we are thinking on your behalf. This is yam. This is, in short, this one is capital letter yam. By the time you eat this one, it's very big. It's because of what we added to it to make it grow bigger and the like. So when it enters to your system, if maybe your body it did not work with your body. Who is this?
Fab US.
Who is this Fab US?
Please let them see. Is it Yam or a spaceship? I wonder, Fab.
Fab, you must understand. We are trying to help nature. If you are fed with this yam and you are still hungry in your life, you have a problem. So these are the things we are bringing. By the time we feed you, let me see what some other persons are saying. Let me remove the video. Now, let's see what some other persons are saying. The first person saying, how I wish Ambassador is here to come and learn how to take care of Africans. GMO gives better yields, but eventually it becomes less and be modified to destroy crops over time. This fact that you are saying is too much now. Don't release this kind of fact. Let us be hiding the facts so that Africans will patronize us. What good is better yield when you get yield from it? Soil is destroyed and small share farmers spent a lot on pesticide. Don't worry. See, now one death go kill man. Whether you die of organic food or you die of what do we even have? GMO or what you call it in Yoruba, Jimo. We have not even started. Whoa, is it Madam Edwina that is saying this? What good is better yield? This woman has been following all these people to cause trouble in our plan in Africa. We don't need GMO. So I'm not be calling it GMO again. I'll say GMO. We don't need GMO. We don't need GMO in Africa again. Who are you to tell us that? We colonize you people. Sorry, my clientele I just remember that I'm still having black skin. Don't worry, I will.
You colonized us. That's how that was then, but we are no longer on the
It's not then. No, then we colonize you by force. Now you are telling us to colonize you because all of you are running down to Canada. Do not eat food that does not have seeds. Is forbidden. Madam Claudia is saying this one. Hey, you need to come and see how fine people will enter into restaurant. Give me that seedless grape. Give me that seedless mango. And it's expensive, self, even in Nigeria. Anyway, Nigeria's case is a different model. Okay, somebody saying those yams will take you out of the world. That is the game plan. That is the game plan. I thank you for identifying our game plan. We want to improve on the numbers of people on the earth. Now, Madam Eduna, Seeding Africa founder. See, I know you before. It's because of the trade. That's why I'm not mentioning your name very well. This woman here. Anyway, because I can see your people here, you are busy disrupting the plan that we have for Africa. You are busy coming up with points.
She's just getting started. We are just getting started.
See, maybe you don't know anything about this woman. Let me tell you a little bit about this woman. I was part of those that named her. I attended her naming ceremony when she was being rebirthed into the soil of Africa. Do you want to know her full name? Should I tell you her full name? Ibereola. I did not know that it's going to be Ibere trouble for Africa. Now, she has been scattering the plan of my clientele in Africa. The plan is to feed Africans. Because what you need first is the belly full. Even if the food, you might think the food is useless. To some extent, even those abroad, they are saying the food is useless. Don't let my clientele hear this part. They said the food is useless, it doesn't taste well. One president that we are looking at, we don't know what to do with him. He was even saying that he will not be eating. You remember that president that was saying he will not be eating one fruit again whenever he goes out. Ambassador should know the president. I don't know why he's saying that on national TV. Now, Chioma, now unmute yourself.
Okay.
Now, from the way you have sounded this night, I must tell you, my wife was talking about how good your channel is, what you do in your channel. Now, in a nutshell, can you tell us what you do on your channel?
Okay. I create content on disease prevention. I'm a public health professional, so I create content on disease prevention, anything anyone can do to prevent it and promote life, prolong life.
So now, you promote life, you prolong life. What do you think my clientele is doing? We are also promoting life, prolonging life.
No.
If you do not eat well, will you be available on it?
So it's at the food you are giving us. Are they good foods?
Look at BP. Let me show you.
Talk about eating healthy. I talk about the type of food you eat because our body is basically what we eat. You are sick today.
Tell them.
Whatever you eat have a say in your body. It tells. So GMOs have effect in the body. What you eat today, it might wait for you 20 years, it will still react on your body. So we are 70% what we eat. That is why I am hammering on this. I don't want to hear it.
So you mean like some of these GMO seeds that we have been eating, like somebody like me now, I can like GMO okpa. GMO okpa can be so sweet. Are you saying that it can go and wait for me some years to start causing some reactions in my body.
It depends on your immune system. If your immune system is low already, you start acting immediately. There are some people that have strong immune system, so they wait for you. Maybe your lifespan will just be shortened. Maybe when you get to, you're supposed to live up to 100. When you get to 50, you start having stroke, you start having hypertension, you start having all those, because it keeps accumulating till your body is getting weak. So instead of you to live longer, you live shorter with sicknesses, a lot of sicknesses, and you don't want to be that elderly person who have all those rheumatism, arthritis, and because of how you live your life when you were young, what you consumed, or
Now, see, as we are in this conversation, I want you to drop your channel because I will personally go there and insult you. Because what as I'm talking now, be dropping your channel. I want everybody to see your channel.
but by
Because
saying that this thing is not fight, we can choose what we want.
Adio,
you can
but they are not. They are making it more than a fight. Ambassador, or what did I see, Madam Chair? They are making it more than a fight. They are not giving us the opportunity to choose. And some of these people that is clientele have set over us, that they are actually the thing we are really facing now that we don't want to talk. They are making it like,
you see what we are talking about.
as in,
you see what we are talking about.
Why not leave
as
us?
Chioma is talking now, Madam Edwina is still saying so true, Sister Chioma. You see your life? They have even made you a sister.
We are brothers and sisters in Africa.
They have even made you a
We are
sister.
brothers and
We don't
Now-
want this, and we are not making it a fight. After all, everybody is good. We are not fighting. We are saying this is, we don't want this. We are cool. We have all it takes to be Africa. We have the food. We are richly blessed in everything. Even we are strong people. So what do we need GMOs for? We don't need it. Let's save it for people that need it. You don't need it. So you don't need to stress yourself, you and your client. You know?
But do you know that sometimes you might not know that you need something? You only need somebody to tell you that you need it to this thing, it will help you. And at the end of the day, you find out that it's going to be really helpful to you. Don't you think so?
No. At this point, we know that this one, we don't, whether it will be helpful or not, we don't, because we don't have a need for it.
Okay. At this point in time, before I continue to lambast this, is a native doctor. This Chioma, she's sounding more of a native doctor than somebody that is in medical line. Because somebody that is in medical line should know that there is no crime in putting adjectives, in putting some things into food to make it more interesting.
Editing food.
Not editing. You are making it sound as if we are wicked. We are not wicked, but Ali Guru Lori there no. See, the stuff is that whatever vitamins, nutrients that you need, we can upgrade it version 2.0. See, in the nearest future, you'll be hearing something like corn, updated version 2.0. Like that one, like maybe
you'll be eating that 2.0 in your client's country and not in Africa, because in the nearest future we are going to be having organic seeds all over the place. Seed in Africa will have flooded the whole of Africa with seeds, and hear me well, we are taking over. I said it is an idea whose time has come and it cannot be stopped. Our ancestors are with us, and we are intellectually sound to understand the nonsense they are telling us that it makes no sense. And in a society where nonsense makes sense, to have sense is nonsense. So we have also decided to be nonsense so that we can make sense. And we've reached that point right now. So we became a nonsense to learn their nonsense, and now we are about to bring out our essence. That's exactly what is going on. We look at my sister, Dr. Chioma. She is a medical doctor trained in the Western way but she also understands the power of African medicine, which is actually the way to go as well. So a perfect blend of a little here and a little there is what is going to give us the future that we desire. No to GMO seeds. We don't want it in whatever ways, and trust me, it's going to survive. If I can raise a very strong, solid, beautiful polygamous home, then Africa can do it again. We are going back to what we used to be.
Hey, God. I almost spoke Yoruba that Lenuisa. Now, see, number one, you were calling a native doctor, a medical doctor. Chioma,
she's a paramedical person.
See, because the way she was sounding, she wasn't sounding like a medical doctor. She sounded like a native doctor. You are talking like a native African.
Because I love Africa, and I know we are blessed, so we don't need to what we have. And I know that we have neglected alternative medicine for so long, and they talked down on our alternative medicine, which has done a lot for us. But because I don't know, we love them too much, that is why we accept whatever they say. So we accepted to go with them in their Western medicine. They are doing good to us, yes, but they are also trying to destroy ours because they don't want.
We are not destroying. Let me clarify. We are not destroying anything. My clientele now, like what was it called? Presently, we came to Africa. We picked this bitter leaf. We turn it into capsule. It's better as a capsule because it comes with prescription. But you people, you just put it inside your food. You just eat it. You are saying you are.
Now, this prescription.
Do you know the problem with that? The problem with that is that you might not fall sick. And when you do not fall sick, how do patients come to the hospital? How do the doctors that have spent several years be able to work on your body system and correct it and now prescribe the one that we are placed in capsule to you? So see, we must help each other. We must help each other. Let us help each other. It's not fair. You can see the way Ambassador is smiling, not willing to help us. Now, see, let me quickly go over to Madam Sien. Madam Sien, I know that you are more beautifully intelligent than all this nonsense that they are saying. Which country are you from, sir, please?
From Zimbabwe.
So happy to have you with you.
Who will ask Ambassador? Which country is he from? If you clap till tomorrow, I will not ask which country you are from. Now, madam, I know that Zimbabwe people, they are very, very intelligent, and they are so interesting. They follow my clientele. They accept what my clientele accept. Please, in a nutshell.
You don't need to follow your clientele. They are making so much turnover with agriculture. So they don't need your clientele for anything. And Africa needs to learn a lot from Zimbabwe because Zimbabwe has done so much with agriculture. And that is the future of the continent. So they don't need your clientele for anything. So if you want to say something else, you can say it. Thank you very much.
Today has in Ambassador.
Who are the kind of people that Madam Edwina sent to this platform today?
Ambassador, I like the way you give it to him. Hot. Uncle Merere is very hot.
It's you that will suffer this thing. Because when they are gone now, I'll be doing boku.
Yes, your clients they are failed.
Madam Shen, I just
yes.
like you. I like you, and I know you reason very well. Now, the question is this: Don't you think my clientele is going to help Africa live longer, experience better size of fruits, of food, and improve nutrient? That even when you say, I want my corn to be having lollipop taste, we can put it there. That will be variety is the spice of life. What will you have to say about GMO food and GMO chicken? Christmas is coming now. We need big chicken, very fat and useless. Very fat and useful. You know, we need big chicken, very fat and useful chicken that can change the life of people. Even if it causes problem another time, we'll find solution to it because our Oyiboto shape pencil razor. So, Madam Simango, what do you say about this?
We don't need we don't need GMO at all, because you are what you eat, starting from when you are still a seed, when you were born, when you grow until you die. And for you to have longer life, you have to eat real food. So we don't need GMOs. And anything which is not an African, it's not for us. It needs, the solutions has to come from Africans, by the Africans, with the Africans. Why do you want to come and solve our issues when you have a lot in your country? You stay in your country, we solve our own problems. After all, we don't have problems because you are the one who is coming with the problems in Africa. We have everything. Mother Nature is in control. He's giving us everything. So why do you need to bring all that? And after all, there is so many years still doing the same thing over and over and over again. And you are seeing there is no solution. You cannot do anything about it. You better stop, because you are wasting African resources. We better use it where there is benefit than just spending your time not to sleep, thinking of destroying the world. So no GMO at all, because we don't need them.
Madam, because we are wrapping
and
up.
After all, we don't get sick. You
Madam,
are the ones who is putting every poison in every food. We don't get sick.
See, Madam Simango, you are one of the reasons why Africans are not buying into our into our truth. And I'm finding it painful when we are trying to convince. Okay? I'm ready to say confuse you. No, convince you. When we are trying to confuse you, which one should I pick? Convince you. When my clientele is trying to convince you.
You can see that you are always calling black white and white
my
black.
clients are always trying to convince you, but you are part of the problem, not allowing us to be able to do the conviction, because we need you. Truth be said, my clientele, we need you. We know we need you, because if you do not patronize our market, Ebima power.
They don't understand what you're saying.
So
maybe at once he has to do something which is very positive. Since it's now end of time, he has to reform and transform to do better than destroying people. Because I listened to another another interview. He was asked, how do you sleep? How are you feeling when you are seeing people dying? And he avoided that interview. If he is genuine and knowing that what he is doing is true, why didn't he answer the question that, yes, I'm sleeping when I'm seeing people dying? So at once, he has to be a human.
I don't know who they asked that question, but please, let me tell you. Let me answer that question on behalf of whoever they are asking that question. What do you feel when people die? I feel is a word that people must die. Because if they do not die, people that are selling coffin will not sell. People that are doing burial will not sell. It's just a simple word. Instead of allowing motto to jam you, Kukuma let Jimo jam you. You understand what I mean by Jimo? Now you know. Now, see, one way or the other, human being must die. My clientele cannot come and kill himself because somebody died. But
there was a way we used to die in Africa. We used to live long. We used to leave behind beautiful legacies. We used to lay on our bed. In fact, our forefathers used to know when they are going to die. They used to know. They'll put the house together, give last instructions, declare the next leader before they leave, and they would live peacefully. And the procession continues, and they become our ancestors that gives us inspiration. So we don't need your GMO to help us to die. We already have Mother Nature is helping us to process. And in Africa, we don't die, we multiply. We transcend into a higher realm where we still communicate with our children down here. But your people that use GMO, they are the ones that die and can be cremated or however they do their own way. This is Africa, and we are waking Africa up from all angles, from the educational perspective. Do you even understand that mathematics was actually first discovered in Africa? Do you understand that the first philosophy was first discovered in Africa? Do you even understand that the whole world is actually learning from Africa? But that's not the issue. A lot of us are becoming aware of that, and the consciousness is coming alive. Anytime you're free, you can come to my state, come and spend 2 days in my family house and see the beauty of African communality. We have exposed the lie. People can live together peacefully and happily. So you can continue with your GMO. Tell your client to keep his GMO. We are very comfortable where we are.
Let me add to that.
Wait, please, before you add to it, I don't want to forget something. Did I just hear you that I can come to your village, to your place?
Very good.
Yes, please. We can host you for 2-3 days. Yes, please. Come and see the wonders of Africa.
See, sir, I put it to you that I will show up in your village with at least 2 cameras. I will do the documentary of that your village. All this nonsense that you have been teaching Africans, making my clientele to suffer. No wonder they have been reducing the amount of money they are crediting me, because they have not been getting customers in Africa. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to show the whole world what an experience I'm getting from your village. But I hope there is no Boko Haram in your village. Now, Chioma, you want to respond?
That's what he said. Before,
Okay.
if a young person die in Africa is a taboo. For a young person to die is a taboo, because they know how to preserve themselves. They know how to preserve nature. They know how to preserve what they eat. They eat natural. They eat organic, and that is why they live long.
I prove you
If a young
wrong.
person that they go because of the problem.
I prove you wrong, because I've already told my clientele about the Igbos in Africa. The Igbos, even if a Tata dies, they will carry picture and be rubbing powder and they'll be dancing. True or false?
False.
So why not let our GMO kill them instead of allowing
Why
them?
must you allow your own GMO to kill them? Who are you? As in, you take too much upon yourself, you and your clientele. You take too much.
Sorry,
upon
I did
yourself.
not say GMO should kill them. What I'm saying is that why don't let them enjoy GMO? And even instead of them dying young, they can die by calculus.
No.
Now, and by the calculus is we come to a medium level of this medium point. But now let me quickly state this for all of you that have been watching and those that will be watching this video later on. I want this live stream later on. I want you guys to follow Seed Africa on their YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/@Seed Africa. Just go in there. I will provide all this link on my description stuff so that you can follow up on them, see the work they are doing. Although we are not pleased with what they are doing, you see, my clientele are reacting. They even off our light so that we will know that if you do not accept it calmly, you will take it by girigiri, by force. Now the GMO people have brought the light again, because what am I trying to say? Let's follow Seed Africa. Let's subscribe to their channel. let's go there and insult them with what they are doing in Africa. Please, all of you from this channel, when you get there, tell them that we are coming from Setro's vlog to insult you people for giving Africa organic seeds.
I'm not allowing
my clientele to make money, because you guys are supposed to help my clientele. By the time you are buying this GMO seed from my clientele, very, very soon, in the long run, your natural organic seed will be nowhere to found. So we can be able to have a lasting relationship of dependency. You know, we love to take care of you as babies that cannot reason on his own. Is my clientele that can reason for you, and we will help you. We want to shape the world, because sometimes
Thank you very much. Your clientele that cannot put his family together, I think he's the one that wants to reason for us in Africa.
we have been putting our families together. Anytime that we want to do something to help Africa, both of us will come together as husband and wife. But when we are done with that, Onikaluku agbali ẹ lọ. Why are you making me laugh now? I hate this part.
Why are you laughing?
What?
Your clientele, you will see.
All the talk I've been talking since. Am I not due for promotion? I've been siding my clientele since. They should promote me.
You. How much do you
I'm
want?
due for promotion. Promote. Instead, they will say we should devalue our currency. Now, what's the if algorithm understand that, let him do.
It's only ambassador that understands the language. Madam Sieg did not understand, but he cannot say it.
Setro, link me their channel.
Okay, we will.
We will link their channel. This is the channel for Seed Africa. They have been doing so many things, and this lady that my wife invited is not me. How can I invite somebody like this?
This is actually
a native doctor that is busy supporting
Seed Africa
and supporting organic foods and the like. You know. These are own channel. Chioma, look at the name. It sounds like one native doctor that is owing me money. Chioma Natasha. See the pronunciation. Chioma Natasha. You know, if you want to swear for,
After supporting your GMO, you go to native doctor.
You have got that. You're on point. You're on point. You see, that means you are false.
Wait. It's like this lady. I can see that you can reason very fast. Now, point of correction. What took me to that native doctor was not myself. We went with my clientele. I was outside. They were the one conjuring that. Theory buruku ba fe se Africa egba GMO wole. That they are saying that if you know that your life wants to be zigzag, don't collect our GMO.
That's not this. That's not
because how will you now know what they discuss with the doctor?
They carry what you talking now. Your problem. Are you married, Madam Chioma?
No.
You are not married. So please, any of those people outside the continent that believes in GMO, I have a wife for you. Please come and pick her up so that you will change her mindset. She needs to understand that GMO is the way to go. And GMO husband, please. Husband without benefits. Husband without husband that can send you pregnancy by mail. We are going to that very soon. We will update men that are seedless men that actually we have been doing it already. Is that not why we are going to Kenya? They've spoken to Kenya Kenya is behaving well. That's why all the kings across the West, they are coming to Kenya. Zimbabwe, I need to go and understudy you to know how sensible you guys are. If you follow our GMO, yes, I know that, yes, you people are thinking stupid. Sorry, you are thinking well. Follow our GMO so that I will know that you are thinking nonsense and you are thinking sensible.
You are even confused.
I'm not
the
confused.
fact is that you and your clientele, you are confused.
I've not taken my GMO drugs. I've not taken my GMO drugs. My GMO drugs will stabilize that. Listen, there is a level you will take. Don't let me talk too much. I believe that with these few points of mine, we have been able to. Oh, before we do that, let me quickly tell you something. All of you are agreeing that there is no poverty in Africa, Abi. Now, let me just show you this. Do you know that in Nigeria, even people that are working, they are going through hunger? Why? Because their salary has remained same. A lot of people cannot even transport. A lot of people cannot even transport themselves because their salary cannot take them home. So it stops them at the bus stop. They now trek home. Now, talk less of being able to get food. I can say Ambassador and Chioma and Madam Shiango saying there is no poverty in Africa. There is no poverty in Africa. I'm not arguing with you. But some persons cannot feed themselves. So we as a foundation, as Setro's Foundation, every year we provide families with live chicken at Christmas. But this one is a different one. This one is because of what is happening in the country. We want to prepare cooked food. We want to feed a minimum of 1,000 plus people in the city of Lagos. So we want to feed about 1,000 plus people in the city of Lagos, so that it's supposed to be this Saturday night, but we had to change the date to 23rd of December. That's Saturday, 2 weeks from now, so that we're able to get more food items and the likes to prepare for them. That's why we extended it. So if you are here, for example, I want to believe that this your friend is coming. If you have chance, you can come over to support us in sharing the food. If you have 1,000 naira note that you don't want to use, or you have $1, $5, any amount that you want to use to support our foundation to feed the less privileged. What our foundation does is far more than this, but we want to feed the less privileged. Please find it free.
I'll be donating 20,000 to the Naira account tonight, shortly after the
Oh, from the look of things, what about Lori Brooklyn? Sorry. If somebody, any TO support to GMO, if one 20,000, Olori Brooklyn, láti join. Kenny Kama attack GMO kiri. Support to Ekama Sebe for one moral support. Come on, that moral. So what I just said there is that we appreciate this man that is supporting GMO. That is not supporting GMO, but at least they can still support us that are into feeding the less privileged. Commander from GMO. Now, we really appreciate you guys, and because you have done this, we will look for non-GMO seed to feed the people.
On that day,
we will use organic food to feed them because you cannot use the money of somebody that is not supporting GMO to feed people with GMO seed. So that's why we're going to do it that day. After then, we are still telling Africans, since Oriyin cooking think on your own, since the head of Africans needs to be supported by foreigners, please, we are bringing more GMO seeds to everybody.
And you have failed.
You must take it.
And you have failed.
You must take it. So, Ambassador, thank you so very much. So, Madam Chioma, if you are free that day, we would like to have you to support us. Just let us know so that we'll get your branded shirt ready. So that we can send it to you on time. You can now look for where you put your, or you send us your channels, what's it called? Your channels brand, so that we'll put it. Then please, Seed Africa should also send us their logo so that we can put it on the branded shirt that we are going to, since Seed Africa is supporting us to feed the less privileged that day too. Please send your logo so that we can put it on our branded shirt that we are going to use for the day. I will look forward to more contributions and the likes. Please, you already know that this. Okay, now we want you guys, if you want to know more about these people that have been fighting, what's it called? If you want to know more about these people that have been fighting my clientele with respect to providing seeding, this thing, if you want to know more about them, seedingafrica.org is their website. Please go there, see what they are doing. This is seedingafrica.org. Let me remove the what's it called? Seedingafrica.org. This is their website. You see what they are doing. They are doing a whole lot of job. The funniest stuff is that I never knew that this program would be running this fast. If not, I would have told my clientele to shut it down before it even started. They just started running everywhere. Before I knew it, they were already in Zimbabwe. They were already here. The next thing, I was waking up one day, I just
So they will Professor
I just no, not even before that one. I just saw them. They're already in Nigeria. I said, how did this one happen? They were even calling me, my friend now, Patoranki on the laptop. What's it called? He just called me. Now look at it. Oh, they're already in your country. I now said he should come also immediately. Immediately he came to Africa. He was now with richest man in Soweto, Kimason coming. No, now seedingafrica.org has been doing a whole lot in Africa, distributing organic seeds and encouraging people to go back to nature. I don't have problem with that. What you are doing, according to what people are saying, no, not me.
And your clientele?
No, according to what people are saying, not me. They are saying that you guys are doing fantastic jobs, and in short, even the president of numerous countries, they are going to be calling you very soon, because we appear to them that let us have meeting for our own GMOs. They said no, that the people they want to follow is Seed Africa. That's when we now know that we should take the thing as a more spiritual battle. So you people should prepare for more spiritual battle from us, because you have taken over. We wanted to, we know that we can't bribe this man now that Seed Africa went to of recent, Patrick Lumumba, that stubborn man. We know that there is no way we can bribe him. He will not collect bribe. We even went to his dream to go and bribe him. He said no, that he's already with Seed Africa. So that's where we know that there is problem. Now, you guys, since you already have Africa and you are enlightening the farmers, many of these farmers, they are not educated. They are in the villages. They are in all these places. And if you see what my clientele has been saying, they are not even looking for the big mega farmers. They are going to all these small ones and all those stuff, because they know that those are the ones that are not very, very educated. Those are the ones that if you give them something, and so far they see that they can grow plantain within 2 hours, they will collect it. Even if the whole families in Africa have cancer, common cancer, so far they can make money, they will collect it. So those are the people that my clientele are going to. People that will not ask the right questions. We love those kind of people. People that will not ask, this thing that you are giving us, will it have any side effect on our body or not? Those are the people we are going to. So I'm saying this not because I love you guys. Oh, I'm saying this because somebody has already bribed me with 20K for our foundation. So, Batori mi Oshiri, I must also give you value for your money. Now, the value for your money is this. If you want to outsmart my clientele, since they are stupid, they refuse to give me my promotion, please do this. Educate more youth, because the youth are the ones that are more sensible when it comes to the latest info. The adults, majority of them, once they just seeing is believing without asking proper questions. Educate more youth, let them have
Spread the news.
programs and the likes, and that is why this 20K go far. That's why after now I will relate with Ambassador. I will look at our plan and see how I can go with some of our own youth here to go and cover what is happening in that is village, and we'll tell the stories. We'll tell the stories to the world to expose what you guys are doing, and how my clientele can now see how they can spoil it. Come on, Dafun. So, with that being said, we really appreciate everyone on tonight's live stream. It's very, very interesting. The only person that I thought would be by my side wearing yellow like sacrifice from Enugu, she refused to follow. She refused to follow my pattern of thought. Then the Zimbabwe beautiful queen
African
that I
queen.
saw, I thought that she would just say, "Oh, Setro, I like you. I'm going to follow your GMO." She said, "Tofiakwa, I am not going to follow GMO seeds." And she's speaking English like as if, Madam, I hug you. Now, parting words from all of us. 1 minute parting words. So based on everything that we have discussed tonight, if you are new to this channel, please know that this channel is basically satirical in nature. We bring out issues affecting Africa, how to promote Africa, how to make Africa outstanding with a smile. No matter how tough any issue is across the globe, we always present it with a smile. And as such, we want to tell you that, oh, somebody is saying something. Cooked GMO food. Yeah. Why is she laughing at me? Why is she laughing at me? Why is she laughing at me? You said I should cook GMO food. No, I won't cook GMO foods. Why? Because I live in Africa. My clientele, they live outside Africa. So if I give them GMO food and anything happen to them, and since I do not want to share it, I better give them what to be nice. So with that being said, I want us to conclude on this note. Each one minute. I will start with Madam Shen Samango. What do you think that your foundation, Seeding Africa, has done that is unique for us to believe in your efforts towards feeding the continent of Africa?
Going back to the roots, using the laws of nature and not tampering with the womb of Mother Earth.
Whoa. You see, there is something about African women. When they say some words like that and they stop, it means that they end Lokme Cinema. It means that they've stated the factual thing that we should go back to the roots. Now, let me see if there is any opposing opinion by consulting this lady. I've been one like him before, but I don't like him again. I'm angry with her. Our native doctor, our medical line person, in the name of Chioma Catasta.
Natasha.
I know, let me spell the name very well. Please, Chioma, based on what you've heard now, in what way do you think, as a youth, in what way do you think you can use your channel to promote what Seed Africa is doing and to promote Africans living healthy, instead of coming up with numerous problems? Because especially you, when you never marry now, if your future husband don't go, they consume our product, well, we have medical lines, rishi. So, and I pray that will not be your portion. So in what way can you guide our youths through your channel so that they can know that majority of these challenges can be solved right in the food, at the food table? What will you say to that?
Okay, majority, the youth, when talking about the youth, we're mainly focusing on their lifestyle
Okay.
because there is a lot of lifestyle lives and oh, this is what is best. So by educating them and telling them every day that there is a particular lifestyle you live that is not healthy, it may not be telling on you now, but it will do a lot in the nearest future. So the youth need to be educated mostly on their lifestyle and what they consume as. So if we are able to cut down on their alcohol consumption, basically what they eat in general, their lifestyle, how they what they do during the day and night and all those, we can be able to maintain a very healthy lifestyle, a very healthy environment in among the youth. So,
Oh, lovely. You're really sounding nice. Now I'm about liking you. Until you said their lifestyle, because what my clientele want to work in, we want to give you a different lifestyle that will change your lifestyle forever. But from the way you are talking about the lifestyle now, I think we should discuss what to do together as a video to put together to address this fact about lifestyle. So my wife will be talking with you so that we can do something nice together to spoil, especially based on the fact that I've seen some of your videos that you really address healthy living so much, and we appreciate your work. Please, everyone, in case she has something to add to what she's saying, in case you are out there, kindly subscribe to our channel. Sorry, before we even go, I hope all our speakers have subscribed to our channel already. Please kindly help, because this is one of the ways in supporting
yes,
our
done that.
African youth. Okay. Okay, you've seen they've done that, Abby?
Yeah, I have done that.
Eh?
All right, can I
Okay.
say something about
Yes,
the
please.
outreach? About the outreach, okay, I'll speak concerning that, and I really
Okay.
want to be part of it, so I'll update with her concerning everything. So me and her
Whoa,
will talk
whoa.
about that.
Whoa,
Thank you so very
you
much.
can imagine what this ambassador is not ambassador of New York. He's a very good ambassador. You see what you just started now. You started a reactionary behavior. You led with 20K. Somebody now is also coming to put something into it. And that is how, just like Madam Claudia will say, you say, little, uh, there is a slogan she says that little from here and there makes a mighty ocean. So
Yeah,
now
another thing I'm also going to do, because I know you're coming to me, but I don't want to say this in the time that you'll be giving me, is you are going to feel the impact of a large family that I have. So I'm going to be discussing with my wives in the morning. Whatever they all agree to donate, we'll put it together. I will add it to the 20,000.
No, please see. This is not that somebody is whining me, but Wokomada Fujemu. From this moment,
You are denouncing your client.
from
Madam Sien, he has denounced his client.
from this moment, if I
Madam
can't
Sien doesn't. We have warned him. We have warned him because of
see, see, let me tell you. In short, don't let me talk too much.
Don't talk.
As I am. You, all of you will see that video. Oniragba Fujemu. Don't worry. I will not say. I will not interpret in English. Come be YouTube that go interpret it. Most of the time, they think that English is expression. English is not expression. If not, spell. So with that, with that being said, we are now going to the ballet of tonight's show. Now,
Ambassador
Madam
Abayomi.
Simango has spoken. Chiamanta has packed.
Chioma, Natasha, why are you spelling out my friend's name?
And now over to Ambassador Abayomi. Ambassador Abayomi, I want you, because you are the one wrapping up.
Fill a basket. Madam
Yes. see, that's why See, in life, you do not need quantity, but you need quality men to follow you. See, this is midnight here. She's down there in the what's it called, Caribbean island. She's following this back to back. She just said the slogan that one full a basket.
That's it.
Ẹjọ tí orí yín ò bá fẹ́ gbálẹ̀. Follow the character of ambassador. Follow the character of South Africa. Follow the character of Chioma, Natasha, and Madam C. Mango. See, they have been supporting this Feed Africa project that we are doing on the 23rd. Yes. So follow, please. We really appreciate. Now, to Ambassador, what we want you to do is this. You have like 2-3 minutes. We want you to tell us, summarize Seed Africa to us. Summarize Seed Africa to us. Outstanding things that you have done in Africa. Your greatest challenge so far, and where you hope to see Seed Africa in the next, I don't want to say the next 5 years, because you guys, under 3 months, you are just everywhere. In the next 2 years, where do you hope to see Seed Africa?
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that lovely question. Well, to start with, Seeding Africa is dedicated to promoting agricultural revolution, because we found out that everything, just like Madam Shian has said, everything is in the seed. And what that means is that this very seed that will bring about the renaissance of development of Africa and the returning of Africa to the original master plan of development before the colonial master scheme is agriculture. We saw that in agriculture, we can actually discover the original essence of Africa. And on that note, we started pushing out, and as we speak, we are in about 40 countries, and we are still expanding and waxing stronger every day. 2024 is huge. We are going to be launching a book. We're writing a book. It's in the works as we speak on, GMO and the dangers and why Africa has to stay organic. We are doing that. There's a whole lot of research work that is going into that. Our CI, our consultant that's working with us from Ethiopia is working on that with the research. And we've done extensive and expansive research work. You don't really want to know a lot of research that we have done across Africa about the seeds of Africa, about different kinds of interesting species of different kind of crops that we have. Africa is such a blessed continent. So we have all the seeds, and we have been able to rescue some of them that are even going into extinction. Seeding Africa has been able to rescue the seeds, and we are bringing them back and getting them planted across African countries. Now, where you will see us in the next 1 year, I would not even talk about 4 years or 2 years. In the next 1 year, we would have actually reached virtually all the countries in Africa. And of course, the areas where we are having challenges is the areas of funding, because most of all the fundings that are out there are fundings that are with sinister motives. And we, as a Pan-African organization, we will never take fundings that have hidden agenda. We would rather take fundings that have Pan-African agenda, progressive agenda. And that's one aspect we are looking at. And on that note, we are pushing forward to the glory of our ancestors and the deities. We are all doing fantastically fine in our various careers, and we are sweating it out to push ourselves forward. And on that note, we're also having a very strong partnership with Saba Africa, founded by Milat Gebrselassie, a very powerful organization that is using technology to drive agriculture. And Saba Africa has come up with a very beautiful discovery called Nilelink, which they are releasing next year in partnership with Seeding Africa. It will help us to project what to plant, what not to plant, and to know whether there will be drought or there won't be drought. It's an AI powered technology developed by an African for Africans to help agriculture in Africa. And Seeding Africa is taking this Nilelink across African continents to ensure that we revolutionize our agriculture. So where we are going is this. Don't forget what we said. The very essence of African development that we know and we have come to discover is agriculture. In agriculture, we can solve all the problems of Africa. And on that note, we are painstakingly taking every step to ensure that Africa goes back to agriculture. We have farms across many countries, and we are just getting started. Thank you very much.
This is the point whereby we say, lie will win.
You didn't hear what he said.
And adding on to that, our solution has to be homegrown. Organic farming, go organic farming.
Organic
Whoa.
farm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what? After listening to you guys from South Africa, I said something. I said that is the point where we say lie will win. Everything lie will win means without looking at notes. Ambassador and Madam Siwango, you guys are just pouring it out. That means you are selling a product that my clientele said I should come and destroy in Africa. You are selling it to me, and I'm seeing in you that you are living the life. You are not
You're not false.
You are not just reading rhetorics to us, but you believe in what you are doing. And that is why when Ambassador was saying within 1 year, I couldn't doubt it, because you guys started like play before we could open our eyes. You're already in 40 countries. How many countries do we have in Africa? 54. And you guys did not start 70 years ago. You started when?
In 2020.
Can you imagine? Yes, less than 3 years, less than 4 years. You're already in 40 countries. I know that the next thing I'll be hearing now is in continents.
Your clientele.
So
they have seen.
My clientele has no option, because even at this point in time, I now throw in the towel. I'm joining you guys in South Africa to tell Africans, if you want your life to be meaningful, watch what goes to your body, because what goes to your body says a whole lot. I know Chioma is now happy, smiling right,
from the back,
smiling left, right, and center. So we really appreciate you. We appreciate Chioma for being awake this late.
Yes.
And you can see the jungle where Chioma is living. You can see the tree behind her.
Hey, this beautiful
she's
place.
Now going inside the tree. You know,
So
Africa. You said?
I have to climb.
You came into the car.
Okay, you have to come into the car.
Yes, no.
So there is car. There is car in Africa.
I have to climb trees so I can get network.
So we really appreciate you guys. We thank you for coming, madam. All the madams that came online, all the people that follow us in our chat, we really appreciate. If you are seeing this live stream, do remember to click like on YouTube and share so
because
that
Madam Mr. Setro's clientele, we don't want them.
No, definitely they don't like sharing something like this. But please like, share, let more people get to discover this
and know the truth,
so that they will know the truth. Because when you know the truth, GMO can never break your liver. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so very much. We appreciate every one of you. Till next time, I want to say bye-bye. Love you, madam. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.